Today on The Real.
Told y'all I was coming back.
Remy Ma, guest co-host all week on The Real. And nothing is off limits.
Kind of hard to see the dust settling when you're in the grave under the dirt.
Oh, plus.
Remy Ma talks about her feud with Nicki Minaj.
Don't ever in your life play with me.
And Dance Mom star Cheryl Burke is here. Sign me up.
Yes.
The Real.
Because we're about to give it all the way up for our next co-host, our guest co-host for the week, Grammy-nominated rapper, Remy Ma! It's a Monday, okay? Remy, welcome back. We are so happy to have you back. How you been?
I was coming back. I told
And she wanted you back. We're so excited that you're back.
I'm so happy to be back with you guys.
Well, let's get into some girl chat, okay? Can we do that?
That's what I look
So
for.
I want to get
Let's
right
go.
into it. You know,
It's been a minute. We've missed her. Yes.
You know, we ain't seen you in a minute, Remy, and you know, you made some headlines since we last saw you. You know,
Say
just
that.
a few. You know,
Say that.
you got a few things that you want to say about those headlines?
No. The dust has settled. You know, some people don't get that the dust has settled, but I can understand it's kind of hard to see the dust settling when you're in the grave under the dirt. So, you know, I'm just happy that I'm a new and improved Remy Ma. Remy Martha, I's married now. You know, that old girl, that old Remy Ma, you know, I'd have been beasting still, going extra hard, but
So you've had growth.
I've grown. You know, I say all the time I'm petty, but there's a little thin line between petty and pathetic. You have to stop at some point.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know?
That's true. And for you, is it kind of like getting it off your chest and then you're like, I'm good?
Yeah, I'm done after that. Like, I said what I said, and that's it.
I hear that. Can respect that.
Well, I said what I said, okay? All right.
And if anyone, you know, you have a list, you know, y'all my girls, make a list, anything y'all want me to say something to somebody for, I do house calls. So.
You do?
Yes.
You do? You be like
Absolutely.
my
Oh
backup?
my gosh.
Absolutely. I do it all the time. I be on Instagram.
You about to
people that I
open up
follow-
a treasure
no,
chest
people that
right
I
here.
follow,
Yeah.
and I know that they don't want to respond back because, you know, you're a celebrity or you're supposed to be unbothered
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. I'll go right in the page like, why is you talking to this lady like this? You think she's not going to say, well, that's why I'm here. So, you know, anybody you want me to
dope.
get, let me know.
I'm going to call you
Me
for sure.
too.
Yeah,
Dude,
please.
They expect that
This
from me.
is what you want in your corner
You know,
for
they
sure.
expect that from me.
This is everything. Oh my
But that's what R&B, actually not R&B, but it's what old school rap was about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think, you know, you gave us some life.
Thank you.
People actually,
I'm
real
glad.
hip-hop
Yeah.
heads were honestly just excited because of a rap battle. Like, that's what originally rap was intended to be. So I think even just for the culture, man, it was like people were sitting at their computers waiting.
The culture, it was but the thing is, what people have to understand, there was a moment. Like, I run into people and they're like, I was in my car.
Yes.
Or I was like, people remember where they were at when they heard shit.
Oh, yes.
Like, they remember.
Yes.
I don't think they remember
Did it
where they were at with anything else.
Did it happen in the night? Did it just, you know, or you just like got up one day, like, I'm gonna go?
It was just one day I was like, you know what? I woke up and I hadn't put on my new Remy Ma hat yet.
Yeah.
Because when I go to sleep, I'm still Remy Ma. And I'm there, I wake up, you know, I gotta grab it fast.
Yeah.
And my Remy Ma wig was all the way over there. And Remy Martin was like, go in. You don't like it? Go off. And
And
You
and
did.
So you went right
Dragged it.
into the studio.
Well, I have a studio in my house. I record from home.
So is that where you recorded it?
Yeah. So sometimes when it's good to have it as artists because you don't when you have an idea you want to do it right away. You don't want to have to
Yes.
drive or book a session
Yes.
or whatever. So it was definitely sporadic.
Okay,
I
and
had people like, this is what you're gonna do? Really? Mm-hmm. This is what I'm doing. Get out. Thank you.
my mouth
That's what-
was on the floor when I heard it.
Mine
I was
still
like,
is.
whoa, oh,
Yes.
whoa.
I learned a lot of words, you guys, for that. I have to be honest. At the end, when you say don't ever in your life, me and my friend Tasha, shout out to Tasha, who sat at my house and played it about 17 times back to back. We practiced saying it in that husk, in that voice, because anytime anybody ever messes with me in my life, I just want to sound like you and say,
Don't ever in your life play with me. Ever.
boom, that was it. Don't ever in your life play with me.
Ever.
I felt that.
Well, we're going to have you
felt
all
that.
week, so...
I will ever in this entire week play with you, I promise.
I love you, Adrian.
Everything.
Stop it.
Well, we're happy to have you back,
We
so...
are.
I'm happy to be back.
Yes.
We're on a positive note. Out
Yes.
with the negativity and
Yes,
with the girl
and
chat.
with the new.
Yes.
Let's do it.
That's
All
what I
right.
love. And speaking of dropping knowledge, one high school in North Carolina is trying something new. The school has teamed up with the local police department to teach students what to do if they get pulled over by the police. It's being taught in driver's
Run.
ed. Man, that's real, Remy. It's been taught in driver's ed, and so far the program has gotten positive feedback. In one portion of the class, students are actually pulled over so that they're taught how to act in what to do in that situation so that they're safe. Ladies, we are here in this climate today. In the way that we live, what you've seen around, do you think that schools are taking a positive approach to this? Do you think this is necessary? Is this a good idea?
Definitely.
Can
I
they-
think it... Yeah.
But can they do these classes for the police officers as well in case they forgot? Because there are great police officers out there that hold true to what they were taught. Some might need refreshing on their side too. So I think it takes both parties to refresh on what they were properly taught. What do you do when you pull over? What do you do when you're pulling someone over?
Yeah,
Yes.
because I'm still struggling. There's a lot of videos and a lot of footage we've seen enough where people did exactly what they're supposed to do and the wrong thing happened.
Correct. So
But-
that's why it needs to be done on both sides. Because
But-
we can teach our kids, but
But we're talking about young children, and there, as technology and as we progress as a society, different things need to be changed in our curriculum in schools. So you have things like understanding with you when you're with law enforcement, because some parents don't have that talk with their children.
Yeah.
Also, like technology. Technology has changed with social media, how to act online and things like that. So I do think that there needs to be some type of updated curricula with what's happening with the times.
I think in the light of with everything that's going on, at some point, every parent has had that conversation with their child because
Yeah.
it's been happening so frequently. And I agree with Adrian, like the teaching needs to be on the end of the person who ultimately has the most authority when you're getting pulled over. Because like Jeannie said, you could be doing exactly what you're supposed to do if things go
Okay.
totally
I was-
wrong.
And I'm not, go ahead, Tam.
No. What were you going to say, Loni?
The reason why I say that is because when I first got arrested,
This one.
I didn't know, because my mother never had a talk with me, so I didn't understand about police officers and orders, and this is on the real, you know what I mean? I didn't understand it. When a police officer tells you to do something, you should do it, because if you don't do it, and I'm saying this is for people that don't know. I'm not talking about people that do know, and then, that's a whole different side. But for me, when I first got arrested, I didn't know. I mean, he told me, he said leave, and I didn't leave. Okay?
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying is that if I would have known, okay, this is a police officer, he told me to leave, I'm thinking, because I'm young, I'm going, well, that's my friend, da-da-da-da. And then he lost patience, and then he arrested me. So it's like, I didn't know
Have you ever seen
that.
that video where the police officer says, give me your license and registration, and they go to grab the registration, and he gets fired upon? The guy did
That's
what
not
he
fair.
was asked,
Yes.
I think, me personally, if I see lights behind me, period, I get nervous. I start thinking about the person that I was standing to last week that was smoking weed when I had this jacket on. I start thinking about
That's
tickets
real.
and I pay my ticket. It's times where I see lights and I start panicking. I'll be like, oh, that's the ambulance, just somebody injured.
Sam.
Yeah. So
My bad. Like,
somebody's injured.
I be nervous.
Sam.
The reality is there are
bad cops out there, obviously. We have seen that. And then there are also great cops.
Great. Of course.
I was fortunate enough to have a dad who actually worked as a correctional officer, and he was also a police officer for the Glendale police station. Awesome. So he taught me at a very young age, because I used to like freak out. I used to have anxiety. The moment you hear that, even if you know you didn't do anything wrong.
You're nervous.
I was nervous.
Sure.
So the one thing he told me that I will never, ever forget is he said, always make sure that your hands are visible. So keep them on the steering wheel. And don't move them until they say license and registration, and really make like eye contact. And yes, sir. Okay, I'm bending down.
Yeah.
I'm bending down.
Dumb, yeah. Should you? This is dumb. This is dumb. But I actually think that's super smart.
No,
if
but
I
no,
were
he
going to teach
taught me how to
somebody,
do it.
I would actually say, can you say out loud what you're doing? Like, sir, I'm going to lift my hands up now at this point. I'm going to go and get it. Is that okay with, like, I'm not being funny at this point.
Yeah.
You almost have to be
Overcautious.
overcautious and almost extra and explain everything you're doing so that nothing is taken the wrong way. That you're going to grab something up.
But everyone in here is speaking from a level head, because we're sitting here on the
Yes.
real at
Yes,
the table talking.
in the moment.
When the sirens are on behind you,
Yeah.
you have cop number 1 over here with his hand on his firearm. You have cop number 2 over there with his hand on his firearm. You are nervous. And when
Yeah.
you're nervous, you don't think straight and you don't move
Which
right.
is
You're
the reason
moving
why
jittery.
I think they should teach that about what can happen, because you don't
Yes.
know, especially if that's your first time. You don't know.
The other thing that's really, really important that my dad taught me is to remember to stay calm.
Yes.
Because the natural instinct is,
Yes.
you want to freak out. And then...
how do you do that?
That's the thing. You just have to force yourself to just
I start flirting with the officer.
I think it's okay to tell them I'm nervous.
Yes, and then
Can
don't
you say that?
And then don't start off arguing. Don't
Yes,
start off
argue.
the conversation
Yes.
like, why did you pull me over? What's going on? Da, 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 da. Try to stay calm, because the first thing they're going to say is, do you know why I pulled you over?
And I go, I don't know why.
Does it matter why?
And don't forget that when you get pulled over for whatever reason, then there's an issuing of a ticket. You have a right to stand up for yourself in whatever form you want, with
Later.
representation,
Yes.
in the court of law later on, because you have to actually go and then you actually have to plead what's happened and
Yes.
plead your case and all that. So there's a time and a place later that is going to it's going to feel safer for you, because you'll have some time to compose.
Yes.
You'll have witnesses there,
Yes.
a court, a judge, a jury.
I'm going to save you guys the time. Don't ever contest the ticket. You're never going to win. I tried numerous times.
She
wins them.
I won.
You
I
won?
win mine.
All 7 speeding tickets I've gotten in my life.
You know I
Yes,
don't believe that.
You're not
Maybe
going to win
she
the
was.
8th one because you just said that.
Yes, but I can't, because I sold my car, so I don't drive anymore, because I want to be safe for you all, so I got off the road. You're welcome.
Thank you, Jeannie.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jeannie.
This is what I'm saying. I think, like, what you ladies are saying is proving that we do need courses.
Absolutely.
Because you just said,
On both
can I
ends,
say
though.
this? Can I do that?
On
Yeah,
both ends.
but that's the police. We have to get on the police departments and the
Yes.
police unions to do that training. But let's also teach people, and it's not necessarily that every police officer is going to will be bad.
Yeah.
We just need to say what the proper procedure is going to be, what to expect, what can happen.
Yeah, because
if something
Jay-Z
does
had
happen.
to teach me my rights in 99 Problems.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Remember?
You guys know in the Jay-Z lyrics, he was like, you don't have the right to illegally search my...
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I thought they could search.
If it's locked, all kind of things. So you need to
I didn't
teach
know.
it.
Did you
it
listen
just
to the
needs
next
be
bar
taught.
where
Jay.
they brought the dogs?
What's the next bar?
In the next bar, he brings the dogs. They open up the trunk and they have the dogs sniffing the car, you know.
Yeah, it's okay. All of that needs to be taught so that people understand. And it's grown folks. It's not just kids. There's a lot of grown people that don't understand.
that is
Absolutely.
true.
That Jay
Yeah.
Becker came
That
on.
is true.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So let's teach it.
Yes, let's teach it. It's also important to know these things to keep you and your family safe. And nowadays, the word family means different things to different people. Recently, singer Leanne Rimes revealed how her family recognizes the love she has for her stepchildren by celebrating Stepmom's Day.
Wow.
I love that, which takes place
I've never
the
heard of
Sunday
Stepmom's
after
Day?
Mother's Day.
It's the Sunday after Mother's Day. Who knew?
I know.
I
Leanne-
didn't know. I'm owed some gifts.
Yeah, wait, let's
Like
be
9
real for a
years worth.
second. Just so I learn, because I
seriously.
want to know who's just making up days. Anybody here celebrate Stepmom's Day before? Okay,
I'm
that's
gonna
what
start.
I
We
got.
had never heard of it before.
Okay.
Leanne Rimes put it out there.
Yeah, so this is great. So
Yes.
now, Adrian, this is your first year as a
Yes.
stepmom. So, yay!
Very
And your
exciting.
stepchildren love you.
Yes.
We see it all the time.
And I'm obsessed with them.
You are. How do
We've
you plan to
officially
celebrate?
decided we didn't know, because for some reason, stepmom, the word sounded so like my evil stepmother, you know, like it just sounded not very loving. So we came up, I asked them, I said, what do you prefer? And Sunny and Lily actually came up with the name Lit Mom. Like, you know, it's lit. They were like, you're my lit mom, and I'm like, you're my lit son, and you're my lit daughter, and we like it that way.
I love it.
So what do you plan on doing?
So I don't think they know that this exists. So I'm gonna have to go home and tell them. But the other thing is, Lily just the other day, she was like, this is gonna be your first Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And she was asking me, what do you want? And I just thought that was so awesome, even that she
Yeah.
thought of it that way.
Included
but
you.
I'm going to be in New York with my mom, and they'll be with their mom. And I think, you know, we're all gonna celebrate each other like we always do. They've been out here with us for the last month, and it's been awesome. And I love those kids. They're amazing.
Yes.
They love
Remy, why do you think you deserve some gifts?
Yes.
I've been a stepmom for 9 years and I
Sure.
did not know this day exists.
Okay.
See, you learned something
I
new
have
with the
back
reel.
gifts that I need.
Yes, you do.
I need those. I want my candles, my slippers, my body washes,
See, the backup
my
gift.
flowers, all that
Yes.
good stuff that I get. I want them ×3 for 9 years. Yes.
You
Yes.
have a stepdad. I have a stepmom and a stepdad.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that this existed. Honestly, I celebrate my Papa Joe with Father's Day, and I also
Yeah.
celebrate my stepmom, Mama Gloria. I celebrate the both of them on the actual Mother's Day and Father's Day.
Yeah, I
That's
think
sweet.
that's
'Cause I
why
didn't know
they-
this existed.
But that's why I think they developed it, because it gets kind of
No,
confusing.
Not because it's
you know.
confusing. I feel like it should have been something that's etched in stone because being a stepmom is hard. I'm a mom and a stepmom.
Yeah.
And at times being a stepmom is harder than being a mother.
Why?
Because there's boundaries, you know?
I told you guys.
There's certain things that my son do, and I'm gonna just body slam him, and that's just that. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
With your stepkid, you're just like, oh, really? I'll be right back. And then you
Yeah,
have to
I
go
said-
talk to your husband and convince them to chastise them on your behalf.
Wait.
Yeah,
Are you-
let me
wait,
explain.
wait.
You've always heard the story that says, like, you treat me like the
The evil step.
no, what is that called? You treat me like a redheaded stepchild. And I was like, if I'm honest, I believe that my lit children will be treated better than my children because, because they can get away with more. I'm gonna be honest. You want them to love you. You go the extra, and that's honest.
Absolutely.
Y'all
Yeah.
talking all this stuff. No, it needs to be Auntie Day, all right? Because aunties do stuff too. That's
They don't have it on TV.
We got
No.
Lonnie, we put up with so much. We keep their secrets. We
Let
try
'em
to
know.
make them look, and we don't get nothing. We spend our money and our time. You take the gum out of our
Have your
purses.
own children. Stop it. Stop
Man,
trying to
we
add
do so
extra-
much, though.
I'm telling you, they're trying to add extra days. I'm cool with the stepmom day, but I heard online like they're trying to do this baby Mother's Day. Like it's either
Well, that's the day
February-
after Mother's Day.
No,
That's-
That's doing a lot.
Now they're.
All
Now
right,
they're
stop
dragging
inventing
it.
all these new days. We'll just celebrate everyone.
One woman in China has found a way to keep her husband in check. She clocks him in every day.
What?
Yes, everybody, this lady has installed a time clock in her home. And her man, oh, this sounds horrible, must punch in every day before 9 p.m. She took to this drastic measure after her husband began working too much overtime. Okay, so maybe she feels like she wants more time with him.
He did more than worked overtime.
Okay.
For sure.
So she even has a list of rules next to the time clock. So for instance, if he's tardy, he is charged $10 for every hour he is late. But if he punches in at or before 9, he doesn't have to do the dishes. This is a lot. Soak it in. Okay, so now let's look at like women who maybe their husbands work too much, maybe they don't feel like they spend enough time with them, maybe you don't know where your man is. Do you feel like it would work to
look
clock
at
in your
everyone's
man?
face. Look at
I know.
Steve's face. Look
Yeah.
at Ace's face.
I just feel like I've heard before that marriage is hard work, but this is taking it to a whole other level. This is
Yes.
like a job. He's clocking into a job. Like
And
work. Like work.
I wouldn't even want a man that would tolerate that.
Right?
Right?
Yes.
You are he
Be
agreed
your
to
own
that.
grown man. What did you think?
First of all, this happened overseas, okay? This is in
Okay.
another country. This would
Watch it.
never happen in Detroit, all right? Detroit, sometimes some of them husbands in Detroit don't come back for 2 days, all right? You could just be You have a fine up to here.
Now, that's
so
not
that's
flying,
not
But
gonna
that
work.
doesn't make it okay either.
No.
I mean, okay, let's be real. So I think we've already talked about the fact that none of us keep locks on our man. We're not like that. We have a trusting relationship. You don't
Yes,
have to
right.
keep each other in
Healthy.
check.
Yes.
What, though, for maybe those who do have too much of a flexible husband that doesn't come home a day later or doesn't call to let you know where he's going, or the wife is like that? When do you need to kind of keep some type of regulation to...
But he
Yeah,
should
when do you keep regulations on your husband, Loni?
I don't have a husband.
I'm just gonna keep checking it because you know I secretly think she has a husband. I'm gonna catch you.
Wait,
I'm going to catch
I
you.
have a question.
Oh,
gonna
you
catch
think
you.
I have a secret husband?
Yes,
I'm not saying
absolutely.
to
She
America.
just doesn't want him to be on the husband
Right,
takeover.
exactly. So I'm gonna catch you slipping.
Lonnie, you got
Before
any-
this week is up, I'm going to catch you.
Lonnie?
Could be.
Lonnie, you got anything to tell us?
About what?
How you feel
When-
about your man checking
Yeah.
in?
When you had a husband, did you ever need to check him on when he came
He
home?
had to check me in. That's what he had to do.
And that's why you ain't there no more.
Yeah, that's why I was coming in at 10 o'clock and 12, and, you know, that's why I'm not married. I don't like marriage because I don't like giving trip reports. I'm sorry, okay? And that's what this is. This is not good at all. If you trust your husband, you love your husband, tell him, bring your butt home, let's have a good time. That's it.
Right, you trust your husband.
Yes. Now, who needs to go to the beauty salon when you can stay home, have your hair done, and gossip with your daughter? Take a look.
Hey, girl. And then I told him, is you crazy? Girl, he tripping, right? Crazy. Girl, guess what? I found some SeaWorld tickets for free for military, girl. We're gonna have to go. Yeah, we're gonna have to go. Yeah, girl, they got water, they got animals. Girl, yes. I'm excited, girl.
I'm excited, girl. I'm excited too. You are just too cute.
Oh my
That
God.
is 1-year-old Jade from Austin, Texas, with her mom, Carrie Robinson. Now, Carrie says that she was trying to get Jade to, just settle down, and eventually she ended up on the floor with her like this, and she asked her daughter to brush her hair. Now, the video has gone viral.
Of course.
And how could it not? Jade's everybody's favorite beautician.
I know.
I think this is super cute.
Amazing.
You have a daughter.
I know.
You can't wait to do this, can you?
Well, yes, we do have really special mommy and daughter moments.
Yeah.
For me, I love watching Moana with her. Like she knows the song. I can literally just say and Araya would literally stop in her tracks, look at me, and we just start dancing. And we
I
just start singing.
When they're
Yeah, it's
young
very,
like
very
that, they're
special.
like sponges. They
Yeah.
soak
Yes,
everything
everything.
up. Like this, I cannot believe that she's one.
She's one.
This would
I
be
know.
a perfect time to start teaching her, trigonometry, different languages.
gonna soak it up.
seriously. I'm almost, the way that she's repeating everything, she said the way that you're done, you can see one note, and she knows exactly where you're going with it.
True. Are you single but scared to mingle? Do singles mixers leave you feeling all mixed up? Well, our very own Loni Love is here to set you straight because it's time once again for Loni's Single and Satisfied. Okay.
She's married.
We've got a question from Josephine who
secretly
watches us
married.
on Fox 54 in Auburn, Alabama. Check it out.
Hi, Loni. My name is Josephine. I'm 19 and currently studying chemical engineering at Auburn University. I am currently happily single and focusing on my studies. However, I have two best friends who recently got boyfriends. They are wonderful and supportive friends, but sometimes I can't help but feel left out whenever they're talking about their relationships. Sometimes I feel like it's all they want to talk about, and they don't even want to listen to what I have to say. I feel pressured to get a boyfriend, even though I don't want one. My priority is my education. I don't want to feel pressured into getting into a relationship just so I can relate to my friends. Help me, Loni.
That's a very good question, Loni. What do you think?
Josephine, when you make a decision for your life, don't let anyone or anything make you feel less than or not worthy, okay? Josephine, boyfriends come and go, friends come and go, but education, that lasts forever. All right? I'm on a show with all married women, as you can see, and at times we have topics that cater only to married women. I don't get upset. I enjoy listening to my co-hosts respond. I don't have a problem with that. I don't feel left out. I don't feel like I need to be part of the married bunch because you know what, Josephine? I know who I am. And you
Ding, ding, ding.
keep discovering who you are. And you don't have to dump your friends that are in relationships. But what you do need to do, you need to find you some friends that will listen to you. You got to find some other friends that will listen to you and include you in the convo so that you can feel, satisfied too. And stay in school. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Engineering is very, very hard. You do need to concentrate. And you'll be okay, girl. You're 19. Live your life.
Or she
Live
can
your
always
life.
go get a secret boyfriend that no one knows about and act like she doesn't have one when people start talking. Like,
Remy. Seriously. Josephine, we're very, very proud of you, but never let anybody make you feel bad. That's the main point I want to get out to you. You're doing very well.
And
you
we're
keep
your
doing
friends, Josephine. We are your girls.
Our next guest has been on 19 seasons of Dancing with the Stars and is a two-time Mirror Ball Trophy winner.
Yes.
She's also an Emmy-nominated choreographer and is heading out on tour this fall with her dance show, Love on the Floor. Please welcome the beautiful Cheryl Burke.
So cute.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Okay, so I don't know if many know this, but you and I are kind of cool because we come from the Bay Area.
That's right. Bay Area girls.
Representing. The difference is you got hardcore into dancing at a young age.
Yes.
How did you get into ballroom?
Well, actually, my mom and dad got me into it. I started ballet from 4 to 11. And then at 11, I started developing. And I was like, you know what? These ballet tights are not working for me. And my mom's like, why don't you start ballroom dancing? So she took me to a competition in the Bay Area. And I saw kids my age with like glitter and spray tan and dancing to some cha-cha music. And I was like, sign me up.
Oh,
So that's how I started. Yeah.
I'm glad you did. Amazing. Now, you posted a great throwback photo. I love Throwback Thursday photos.
Right?
At a dance competition with Mark Ballas,
Oh my
Julianne,
gosh.
and Derek Huff. So what was it like growing up with everyone?
First of all, look how much spray tan we have. I mean, we were anorexic. We all grew up. I mean, this whole community on Dancing with the Stars, as you see, me, Max, Julianne, Derek. Yes. I mean, we started when we were kids. So it was like when we came here, it was like a little Melrose Place 90210, staying in the same condos. And it was amazing because we all know each other and we're all able to share our passion and talent on television thanks to you guys. So,
well, you talk about having these hips that was growing, but you have the perfect dance body.
Thank you.
Like, I think everyone wants to know, what is your guilty pleasure?
Pizza, Doritos, anything that has carbs, salt. I mean, pizza I can eat every day. Look at that. I mean, right there, I was all about it. You have to have like a cheat day once a week.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
for me, I just go in on the pizza and the bread and butter, you name it.
All sounds great. Now I'm hungry.
All my faves.
So you're heading out on tour in the fall with your new dance show called Love on the Floor.
So excited.
What can we expect?
Well, it's been 10 years in the making. I started writing it about 10 years ago.
You're also replacing Abby Lee Miller on Dance Moms, and you recently posted a photo on Instagram of the girls, and you had a caption that says, "Broke the curse." So when you did that, people thought you were throwing shade at Abby.
Right. Well,
What do you want
there
to
was
say?
no shade thrown at Abby. You guys have to tune in this summer and see. But the girls and the moms are all amazing, and I'm just so happy, to be able to help them and kind of be their mentor throughout. They're turning into adults soon, so they really need to have a mind of their own and be prepared for the real world.
Yep.
Yeah, so true.
Wow. Now, last week, Abby Miller was sentenced to a year and a day in prison for bankruptcy fraud. She's been on our show. Very nice woman. Have you spoken to her?
I have not spoken to her. We've met a couple of times before I took over, but she seems very nice. The way that I like to coach my students, of course, I expect nothing but the best from them. But I don't like to yell. That's not my thing. But I am strict. I am stern. But it's all about really making the girls feel good about themselves.
But if they're bad, you're going to yell, ain't you?
No, I'm not a yeller. Not a yeller.
I know our fans may think they know everything there is to know about us, but how much do you really know? It's time for a new game that's going to test your knowledge. And since it's May, all of our games are bigger, better, and mega, which means one contestant will have the chance to win not 100, not 500, but $1,000. Yes, people. All you have to do is Mega get your facts straight. All right, Miss Remy, tell everybody how they're gonna play.
Okay, here's how it's going to go down. One of our lovely audience members will have 30 seconds to figure out which fact on this board goes with which host. The contestants will have to grab the fact and place it on the correct host easel. When the contestant is done, they'll hit the buzzer, stop the clock, and we'll reveal whether the facts are correct and just how much money they're going to go home with.
Yes.
Awesome. I think they're ready.
And remember, you'll get $250 each time you guess correctly, which means a chance to win $1,000.
Now, all we need is someone who wants to win some money. Who wants to play?
All right. Tiffany Bland, where are you? Get down here and play Mega Get Your Facts Straight.
Are you excited?
I am ecstatic.
Well, Tiffany, tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from Detroit.
And you Delta too?
Hold on.
Love it.
How well do you think you know the ladies?
Look, I watch the show every day. I know everything. I think I got
Everything. Did you know Loni was married?
Nah, I don't think so. I think
Just
she's
check
single.
it. Just check it.
Let's
Check it.
Start the
Okay,
rumor.
so the clock starts when I say go. Are you ready to get your facts straight?
Ready to win this money.
Okay, let's put 30 seconds on the clock. Audience, say it with me. Ready, set, go! The clock is ticking. One more.
Just 2 seconds. Come on, girl. I got it. Check.
Okay. Buzzer. Okay. Tiffany, do you feel 1,000,000% confident with your choices?
I do.
She's confident.
I got
ladies.
this. I got this.
Okay. Let's see if Tiffany got her facts straight.
Okay.
Sam,
Yes, ma'am.
she thinks that you know how to horseback ride. Is she right?
Absolutely. Yes, I took English horseback riding lessons, and my husband taught me how to Western horseback ride.
Okay.
Awesome.
Ladies, let's give Tiffany some money.
Oh,
Yes,
make it
how much
rain,
is
Remy.
there?
Make it rain, Remy. Yes.
Here you go, boo-boo.
250.
Stay close to me. Stay close to me. So, Jeannie, she thinks that you accidentally walked in on Carmen in the airplane bathroom. Is she right? We want to know.
Yes, and it was the best. It was everything. Oh my gosh. We were on the flight to Paris, and he was sitting in the seat next to me, and I just kept staring at his gorgeous bald head all day. And then I fell asleep and took a nap, and he went to the restroom, and I didn't know, and I got up and went to the restroom.
It's only an hour show, Jeannie.
Well, it was worth it. And I just opened it. It was dreamy.
Oh my God! Yes! Got some more cash.
That's another
Got that
250.
more cash. Okay.
you, girl.
Lonnie, you're up. Tiffany thinks that you got your varsity letter in high school by playing golf. Is she right?
Girl. Of course I did.
Golf?
Detroit Tigers. Give her 250.
For you, baby girl.
150.
So, last but not least, she thinks you are part of the color guard and competed against other schools. Is she right?
I can't even fake it like you're not because the rest of them were right. So obviously mine is correct. Touch it! Yeah.